Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. We are live. That is amazing. Isn't technology amazing? Okay. Hello, viewers, and welcome to another day of MGA coding with your host, SKK. And here joining me today is yet again my friend
accomplice.
here, Frank. He was here last time. So, a round of applause! Yay! Okay. So last week I was working on the sound manager. This week I am going to be working on the states. Now, states is going to be the integral part of our game. It's going to be what allows our game to be modular. We're able to modulate our logic such that people can work on different parts of the game at the same time. That being said, as a recap from last week, sound manager, or what we call sound handler, is slightly different than what I've imagined, in that Java does not allow constant objects. And it's weird because libgdx kind of designed sound a little bit differently than the images. So we had to kind of work around that. So I recommend checking that. We do archive our videos at programming included at YouTube, and check out that video if you miss it on stream or on Twitch, as Twitch deletes broadcasts within like 2 weeks or a month. I don't remember. Alright, that being said, let us start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, create new class, and I'm going to call this state manager. Now at the same time, I'm again going to create new. I'm going to call it state.
Can you share your screen on Skype?
On Skype.
If your computer can handle it.
Let's see if I can. I'm worried more about the stream quality, to be honest.
Oh, then don't worry about it. I'll just watch it later.
Okay, let me try it. Okay, we should be fine. Okay, you see the thing now?
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
So before I continue, what I am going to do is I'm going to try to make this look a little bit prettier, because right now we have this package called MGA game and it's getting larger and larger. What I could attempt to do is create an engine package. That would work. Or I could attempt to create a virtual folder to sort of manage everything. Let's see. Should we do package? Because we're working with the project, let's do folder for now just to be safe. And then later on, if we want to change it, we can. We'll call this engine. Finish. Oh, it calls it a package anyways. That works. So we're gonna drag in our everything except for maybe the main and the config. There we go. So this is just entirely for our sake, just to try to make everything look pretty, but that's about it. See if there's any errors, such as weird reference values. That should be an engine, actually. And thus, when we create all this stuff, we need to reference it. Oh, we did. Did I not? Oh, it's protected. Okay, see if I could just create a folder, a virtual folder.
So with our state manager class, do we want to inherit abstract methods, or is it just a new theme completely?
Okay, sorry, what did you say? I didn't quite hear it.
Oh, when we're creating our state manager, we don't need to inherit any abstract methods, right?
We'll create our state managers.
For the
No. So
class.
state manager is slightly different from what I've called resource managers. That's why I decided to recall manager class into resource manager, which I did last week. Because state manager is completely out of the realm of that whole resource and container logic. And you'll be seeing that very shortly once I get this project slightly sorted. This is our main. MGA is the main. So, let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. So, I don't believe there is no virtual folder. How can there not be a virtual folder? That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna do that right now. So what a virtual folder is basically not an actual physical folder in your computer, but instead just something that Eclipse has to kind of manage your files. Okay. Blah, blah. Creating virtual folders. File, new folder. Okay, so I just need to go right click, new, oops, new folder. We're going to call this advanced virtual. There we go. So we're going to call this engine. Finish. There we go. It's a virtual folder. Oh well, I'll figure that out some other time, I guess, because of time. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check that our program still works after all that. What is that error coming from? Engine. There we go. Click. Run as application. Alright. Okay, so let us start with the state manager and state classes. What state manager will do is it will contain a sort of like a stack of states, and state will basically have, oh, there are people on chat actually. That is amazing. Hello Shimifab. Is that one of your friends, Frank?
Nope, I didn't share this stream at all. Do you want me to?
No.
Okay.
Just because we want to, like, I don't know. Just don't do it now. I feel like I could get this stream a little bit better. Maybe once I have enough experience as a streamer, maybe. So today, State Manager holds a ton of states. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start actually commenting my code, since I realized that Eclipse has a very nice automatic Java doc coding process. unlike some C++ compilers out there. Manager to contain multiple states allows for quick, allows for simple to use, allows for modular logic in our game. I think that should be good for now. What we need is we need a constructor. Absolutely nothing in the constructor. We also need a queue-like structure, or here, let's see. Java has a ton of different structures for us to use, so we need to figure out which one we want. First in, first last out. So that is a stack. And so let's see, Java stack. Interesting. This guy seems to have written hi, hi, hello. I wonder what he wanted. Guess the world will never know. Okay, so it's just stack. Cool. So what we're going to do is going to create a stack that will contain a ton of states. Let me know if you have any questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and to import Java util. There we go. So what we can do now is we need a couple functions. We need a function such as public stop or just quit. We need a quit function. What that allows us to do is to actually quit out of our game. So right now currently we have this huge kind of extends application adapter thing, and that's kind of libgdx way of creating states. But we're kind of trying to learn from this experience, and we don't want to use directly libgdx. So we're going to try to separate us from relying libgdx as much as possible. So we're going to implement our own state manager. That way, if let's say one day we decided to rip ourselves from libgdx, we just need to change the sound, sprite, and texture managers, and everything should work the same way. So in the same mentality of how this works, what we're going to do is we're going to add a update function, which in this case is called render, or let's see if there's I think it's just render equivalency in applications. We're going to have a create function. We're also going to have a pause resume function. Not really a resize function, as you'll see. We could probably put it inside the update function. So let's try that. So first off, we need to add a quit, and what this quit function does is it's going to tick a internal is quit boolean, which is set to false by default. So we're going to check call this function if you want to close all states. So it's gonna set isQuit equals true. Now we're gonna create another public function. We're gonna call this void start, or my bad, create, oh Steam, why are you on? Quit. Perfect. start up, should we call that? Okay, we also need I'm gonna call it draw. Again, the names of these functions are completely up to whoever is coding this, so there's a lot of freedom in that. Update. Public void, what else? Draw, update. Let me think. Draw, update. One more that I'm missing. I'm gonna look here. Okay, let's do the pause function. I don't even think we're going to use some of these stuff. Void quit. Oh, we already added that. Pause. Resume. And I think that's it. Startup, draw, update, pause, resume. We have the quit function. Which should do public cleanup. Let's see. If this quit equals true, or just this quit, then we wanna call cleanup for everything. But now we need to implement this. So same idea in states. I'm gonna copy and paste that, but make these abstract. So it's gonna be public. In fact, should be just an interface. Okay, don't complain. Actually, I don't need that at all. Okay. Oops. Okay. See if I remember the syntax for interfaces. Yes. Okay. So people will need to extend this class, and so now if we start up, which we will call ever, no, we need to call manually, states equals to new stack state pointers. Now when we draw, what we're going to do is we're going to if we're going to do a for loop, or let's see, states, let me check the pop peak. Don't I have a back?
Wait, did you have to import anything to use stack type?
I believe it should be in Java utils. So
Oh, okay.
you just have to import that if it doesn't automatically do it for you. Can I just... Is it peak? Looks at the top of the stack. Let's see, I push a state. I want to get the bottom. So new goes in, old goes out. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Let me double check here. Peak. Java Oh, lovely. Stacks don't allow that. Okay, so what we need to do is we're going to have to do not stack. Does array list help? Okay. Last inlet. Okay. That should work. Let's just do an array list. Import it. Okay, so now
Oh, you changed stack to array list? Why did you do that?
So Java stack doesn't allow you to just look at the back of the stack, and I don't think you could do that with stacks in general. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use array lists, or see if Java queues actually have it.
What is that kind of syntax called when you have like array list or stack in front of state?
Like this thing, the bracket thingy,
No, the one before array list.
the one before this one,
Or just array list. Oh, no. Like that whole line 13.
line 13, array list states this thing, the entire thing.
What does that line do?
So these are class members. In fact, just to be pretty, I'm gonna do false here. So
Class members, okay.
yeah, so they're basically these for every single instance of class that we make, every state manager object that we create, they're going to have these internal variables here that
I know what a member is, but
it's gonna be
I
access
just
for everyone.
don't know why the syntax is like that on line 13.
So we're creating, we first write the name of the identifier, right? And then, so we're creating an array list, and we want to hold states in it. So that's what it means, the first part. And in space, states, that's the name of the container we want to hold it in.
The name of the array list, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So state is a data type?
States is a complex data type, yes.
Complex data type?
Yes.
Okay.
There's only primitives and complex data types. Okay, yeah, we're gonna use an array because I can't just peek, or let's say look at the bottom of any data structure without losing that data structure. Let's see. So much choices in Java.
I know, right? Damn.
Back? No. Yeah, array list seems to be the best. I didn't want to use an array list because I was worried it might mess up stuff, but I guess that's the closest equivalent that I have for a C++ vector. So let's do that. If states dot size equals does not equal 0, we want to be able to call states dot back or not get index of the state size. Before I do that, let me see if there's get checking the remove speed of Java.
Wait, so how did you know that you needed to create a public void function draw, update, pause, resume?
This one is just from what I've used to using.
But where did you learn it at first? Just by watching game dev?
Oh no, I don't watch game dev. I'm sorry. I just Googled.
You Googled like what kind of classes does a state manager need?
Yes, I Googled how to create games, or just remember the book I showed you last time. There's more information on that. Just how game programming works. Like, just when you have a large industry working on games, they start to figure out methods that you could utilize that makes your game flexible and powerful without losing any information. And then that's what you kind of learn through the things that you view. And it says that we are not being hosted by 0 channels. What does that mean?
Where do I want to import state from when you declared it as an array list? Because I did import java.util.arraylist, but it's still telling me that state cannot be a resolved type.
Are you typing it with me?
Well, only a little bit.
Okay. You need to create a class called state.
Oh. Oops. Let me do that. Forgot to do that step. Public, right? Abstract, final, inherit, abstract methods.
Let me check. There is sound going to the stream, right? Yes. Okay. Made me paranoid there.
ArrayList state.
Alright, let's continue. If the state of the state does not equal 0, okay, let's see, what will it do? I'll throw an exception. Alright. So we're gonna call int size, or let's see. Be great if I could see the source code. Do I have the source code? Okay, so states.get size dash dot, almost did a C++ thing over there, dot draw, and then a return. And then we're going to check, oops, my bad, I'm going to check void exit, which will call the cleanup function. So I'm sort of thinking of this as I go as well, because I don't remember exactly what type of function should be in State Manager, but we'll see. Only run if is quick is true. I'm gonna call exit here. Each state, we want to run state dot cleanup, or let's see, I'm gonna call cleanup here. That way. Well, exit. This is interesting because it's slightly different from what I'm used to in C++. I'll get to that in a moment. Hold on, let me. I'll clean up. The right idea here. Okay. What I'll do is do I not have public void clean up? See, that works. There we go. So it's gonna call cleanup for all the states, and then it's gonna exit. Fact is running. Returns. Does that work? Oh, yes. So if is running is false, if is quit is true, then it's gonna return false. Okay. Thus, this. Cleanup state. No. Thus we don't need the exit function. So now we can just check. Yeah, cleanup. Should I just rename this exit? So I'm gonna call this private. That I'm gonna call this exit here. I don't really need that. It's running draw. Now I need to do void push state. Public void pop state. State. List dot things. Of course. There's always gonna be something like this.
Linked list.
And I couldn't find that 10 minutes ago, and now I can. That's weird. Okay. Luckily, I haven't implemented any linked list stuff yet. So now I should be able to do dot get. Come on. Dot get. There we go. Last. That is beautiful.
Wait, what made you change that to linked list?
So I could just do that. Looks prettier, and it's probably more optimized than
A
the
get
array
last
list.
function that's unique to linked list.
Yeah. Yeah. You could probably try to search up, what's more efficient than the other, but I don't know why I couldn't think of that 10 minutes ago. Probably because I am pretty late at night, so. Okay, so I'm gonna push a state. I'm going to if is quit. So once the program quits, we don't want people to use this function. I'm going to do add to the end. That is a lot of get first, which returns the first element in the list. Peek, which retrieves but does not remove the head. So what's the difference between peek and get first? Let's see. Peek first versus get first versus peek. Oh gosh. Okay, so peek first is safe. Thought. So I should probably do peek last. If there is one, please let there be one. Yes, there is. So get will give you a lovely exception if anything happens. Peek will not. That's how everything works. States. Dot push add first. There we go. Add first state. There. Pop state if is quit and states dot. States dot remove last, which is remove last. States dot let's reverse it. Add last state. And then now I could just call dot pop. Which is like that. And so instead of peek last, we're gonna peek first. And thus, once we pop it, we wanna keep a reference. And then state dot clean up. And then lose it. Perfect. So state. And now we want to do states dot peek first dot start.
I'll be right back, Charles.
Cool. If states. Okay. Pops the state. is running. Push state. Okay. Calls the update function on the current active state. Alright. Let's do it for pause. Calls the pause function on the active state. Calls the resume function update. And finally exits. What was that? Private function to bring up all the code of all these things. Moonlight Sonata. That is an amazing piece.
You know this one?
Of course, I played it.
Oh, you play piano?
Yes.
Of course you do. I played piano too for 7 years.
Yes. Having you play this? This is actually a relatively simple piece, right?
Maybe like an easier version of it.
Oh.
Like a 7-year-old version of it.
Yeah, I feel like those versions are always like tricking kids into thinking they're actually playing the real thing.
Yeah, like there's some sort of grandmaster pianist.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, pianist.
Private function to clean
Pianist.
active state. So we don't need a for loop here. Without starting with the next one. Unlike pop states dot peak first.
Sounds like a really easy piece though.
It's actually very hard to express your emotions through this piece.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Gotta use that soft pedal.
Yes, you do. Definitely. I think... never mind. What does this percentage on the right mean? That's new. Okay. So, Frank, not too loud since it's gonna get into the stream. And I don't want to get sued by YouTube. Twitch is fine. Twitch is cool. But YouTube, once I archive it, it's gonna hate me.
Wait, I thought the original copyright owner of this song is a few hundred years dead.
I don't know. Like, YouTube would actually check who played the piece, which happened to me before. And then it will say, "Oh, this is played by London Symphony Orchestra, and their performance is like top notch." So no.
Oh, that's how it works. That's right.
Or something like that. The music itself isn't copyrighted, so if you were to play it yourself, you won't get sued. But if it's some other person's recording, then yes, you would get sued.
I see.
Unless some corporation bought the copyright, but I don't think so. Okay, states dot, and I lost my train of thought. Oh, get first. Dot clean up. There we go. Okay, almost done.
Did you watch the State of the Union?
Actually, I did not. I've been home today doing lovely Java homework, which is
Oh.
amazing.
Is it advanced Java?
Yeah, it's not fun because it's like the teacher doesn't teach. It's like everyone knows their stuff already. Oh my gosh.
Have you taken the first Java yet?
Yes, of course I. How would I take advanced Java? Have I taken
I
first
thought
Java?
you just did.
Oh, well, I can't because my major requires it, even though I really don't like taking these classes. Because the amount of stuff they tell you to do and the actual stuff that you really need is
Unproportional.
yeah. Into the class. Like the first project that we have for this advanced Java is to quote manage larger projects into smaller chunks unquote. So in other words, she's able to give us pretty much large projects, large homeworks for us to do within a week, which is not fun.
Damn, I found the fucking the flea on my cat's forehead.
Nice.
And
Kill it.
it's like crawling towards his eye right now.
Kill
And I
it.
can't pull it out.
Oh. Don't you have like a tick spray?
Hmm?
Don't you have a tick spray?
No.
No, you should get one.
I have a trap that I made. Damn,
You
this
need-
bug is like just crawling on his forehead.
It must have sucked a lot of blood for you to see it.
Yeah, you can see all the flea poop on his forehead. Because he has white fur.
Dude, you should wash it. Wash the cat.
I already gave him a bath. Oh shit, there it is.
Kill it.
I can't get it. It's crawling everywhere.
Do you let your cat out or something?
Hmm?
Do you let your cat out?
Ah, I found it.
Oh.
Yeah, he's outdoor.
Oh. Okay, that explains it.
Did you know they jump into my hair too?
I am not gonna talk to you for the rest of your life. Thank you very much.
Actually, I woke up this morning with flea bites on my eyebrow.
Okay, yeah. That's why a lot of people I know don't like cats going outside.
他们咬了我的眼睛毛。
Okay. Return state.
Get out of my cat. Get out of my cat. This is an interesting live stream.
Yes. You're entertaining the guests. That's good. Alright, I think I am done with this state manager. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it. Hopefully this will work. If it doesn't, please work.
Get out of my cat, you flea.
New.
Alright. You made me comb you out.
Did you get it?
Nope. Oh, I found it. I got it.
Killed it?
Fuck! It just jumped on my fucking hand. Now it's gone.
And now it's on you.
Oh, I found it. I just squashed it with my finger. Oh, what? How did it still jump away after I squashed? It has to be like retarded now, at least. Probably like only half of its brain is functioning. Damn, that's so much flea shit I just called out.
No comment.
Your cat's eye is like swollen.
He has allergies. He's had it ever since the day I got him. I already took him to like 10 10 different vets for it. Okay, like 3 different vets, but they all. Oh my god, all that flea poop. Whoa, those are baby fleas.
You should probably wash your cat again.
Unless if it's just poop.
I would wash your cat again.
No. Those are baby fleas.
I would wash your cat again.
Do you see it move? Damn, I don't want to let this guy inside anymore.
You don't.
Maybe I should just not let him outside.
Well, you can't. You have to train your cat. Once you train it, they can never go back. I think. Or I think you could change it into a house cat if you. You should Google. Don't ask me. I don't have a cat, but
I know about cats, but I'm just. Oh, there's a flea.
That sounds that's miserable.
Yo, Justin, can you go bring that paper towel over there? You see it? Shush it. Damn this cat.
Okay.
Apparently, every flea I find on my cat, there's 30 more in my room.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like statistics or something?
Yeah, I saw this stat online.
Well, you should
Which I
probably
don't
get
really
like
care
a
'cause
kill
I have a
flea.
trap that kills all of them.
Well,
But apparently, second generation is extremely hard to kill.
why don't
Well,
you get like a
definitely get
spray
harder.
thing?
Oh, there's a big ass flea.
Whoa, okay, do not want that. I accidentally duplicated my job. Okay. Okay. There we go. But I need to refactor. To here, okay. There we go. Okay, let's try out the thing. Now, how do we do this? Oh, okay. So for render, we need a GDX object, which is this.
Oh shit, there's a flea.
Dude, you're gonna stay up all night just trying to catch fleas.
My cat really likes to sleep with me, but he has a lot of fleas, so I don't know if it's a good idea.
I would not let him sleep with you.
Yeah, I think I'll just kick him out tonight.
I would give him or her a wash.
Damn this cat.
Poor cat. He was a good cat.
Holy shit, that's a big ass flea. Fucking die.
Okay,
Let's
Frank.
watch that flea like 10 billion times. Kill you, flea.
This stream is interesting.
I'm gonna kill your children. I'm gonna kill your grandchildren. And I will make sure that your grandchildren's grandchildren will all die.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's a... Oh, just kidding. Damn, that means I have like 300 fleas in carpet. But I already caught like 60 of them.
Oh gosh. When did you start getting cats with fleas?
Like a few weeks ago. Uh-oh, they're in his ear. Holy shit, there was like 10 billion fleas. And now I just like killed all of them.
How did you kill all of them?
Damn, I'm like killing all of them right now.
How did you kill all of the fleas?
Yeah, he's definitely sleeping outside tonight.
How did you kill all the fleas? Okay. See, the thing is, libgdx has its own kind of state manager thing, and I'm really tempted to use that. But for the sake of science, learning, I have to implement one and then try to interface it with this, which just makes it very ugly. But let's see if this will work. So state requires that. Do I have a gdx dot delta? No, I don't. Let's see.
I wish I could just like vacuum my cat.
No,
Actually,
the fleas will
vacuumed him
probably
before.
not.
I have vacuumed him before.
Do we need a resize function? Let's do that. Public void resize. This function will be libgdx specific because usually it's handled through queues, but oh well. Gonna do resize, which requires an integer width and height. Hopefully no one will kill us for doing this, making this really redundant coding. Okay, I'll give a brief rundown of what everything does very soon. Very soon. Okay. Perfect. So I should be able to create a new class. I'm gonna call this state. Let's call this title state. Finish. And this is...
My cat wants to be an indoor cat though.
Then you should probably stop letting it go outside.
Yeah. But I can't. 它的厕所我不可以放我屋子里面，
Really?
太难闻了。
Oh.
Coconut. Roll over like a little bitch. Yeah. There we go.
You call her Coconut?
Yeah, his name is Coconut.
You know, for her fecal matter, what you could also do is get one of those... You have like one of those cat litter boxes that have a closed end on it?
Yeah, actually, it's an indoor cat litter box.
Yeah. So why not just use that?
Because it still smells.
Like my friend also has that, and their house doesn't smell. At least I can't tell.
但是我要放我屋子里面，不可以放。
So this will be in the logic package.
Damn, there's another tick that I just fucking caught. Holy shit. I just switched this thing between my fingers and it still didn't die.
Yeah, ticks are pretty... Frank, you have to get those bug killer thingies that are safe for everyone.
Dude, I can't even kill it by squishing it between my fingers.
Of course not. Those
That's
things,
impressive.
unless you burn it with fire, you can't really
Dang, how do these things live?
outside. Yeah, that's why I don't plan on getting a outdoor cat anytime soon. Okay, you wanna actually look at how the code works now?
Yeah. Kill this little guy. Alright, that's it. They're getting vacuumed up.
Oh gosh. I apologize, stream, for the sudden vacuuming. Do a so Okay. I don't think it would help though. To be honest. I just realized you just vacuumed your cat.
Yeah, like I just vacuumed his body and his fat. Damn, it's like I can almost feel the fleas biting me right now.
It's guaranteed you will be bitten, if not already.
But look at how many that thing's already killed, dude.
Unless the fleas are like full, which I highly doubt they are. Oops. Okay.
Just leave it on.
Oh, that's for storage. For a special thing. Same with that Chiba.
Static texture manager. Static. Final.
Damn, what the heck? Okay, I just killed a flea. With my bare hand.
Congrats.
I'm gonna zoom in on it.
What? What do you mean zoom in?
On my camera.
I don't have a camera. I don't see your camera.
Oh no, I mean like I'm gonna do it to study the anatomy of it.
Okay.
Apparently they adapt to the environment very quickly. There. I just squished another one to death. And another one.
Okay.
I'm essentially picking up their body and rolling them to death. Okay. Let's see how far this thing can zoom in. Oh shoot. Oh, it's moving. Damn.
Okay. That was probably very entertaining to hear from the people who were watching this live. There we go.
Oh my lord. This fly is really disgusting. This flea. It's so small, but when you zoom in on it, it's like pretty nasty. Oh, it just moved. It's moving. Man, these things. Steve is still alive. I will make it suffer.
Okay.
Dude, I'm gonna cut this thing in half. Y'all ready for this? Dun, dun, dun. Dude. Oh. I was wondering. Wait, what is that? Is that tobacco?
No, it was just self-made.
Oh, it was just a tree, right? Dude, check this out. Shit. I'm gonna cut it open. Maybe not on my Java book though. I'm gonna cut open a flea. This is what you get for biting me. Oh. Oh, it's in 2 pieces now.
No comment.
Got destroyed.
Frank, let me know when you're ready so I could show you what I'm doing.
Okay. I am ready.
Okay, so if you sort of missed what I was doing, what I did was I implemented the state class. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to make my texture, sprite, and sound handlers static. And they're going to be accessible by the MGA class. Does that make sense so far?
Hang on. Static means restricting to one instance.
No, sort of. Static means it's going to be one thing shared for every single instance, or at least when you have the reference to that class. So as long as you have a reference to that class, you're able to access that static object.
Okay.
And that reference to that class can also mean just the name of that class. As long as you have that, you're able to have that. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to modulate the code. Now previously, everything was inside our MGA. Now, the thing is though, we want to be able to let other people use our engine portion. Remember, I'm currently coding the engine portion, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to kind of hide that engine portion for you guys, make everything look neat and pretty. And what I can do is when I create these states, what will happen is it would go into the engine portion, get the static managers and handlers so that every state is able to access those. And so once you do, you could use it like normal. So do you see the code currently?
Yeah.
So do you kind of understand what I'm typing?
Private. What are the members of? What are the private members doing?
So these
they're references, right?
yes, these contain the actual these contain the references to the actual objects located within our engine, MGA. And so if everything works well, what I should be able to do is copy and paste this code, chunk of code into state here. Okay, let me see. Oh, not private, my bad. Typed it. Now, actually, I don't think that will work either, would it? Oh, it does work. Alright.
I should make him indoor or outdoor.
I personally like cats indoor, but then that means you have to have at least a house that they won't damage it.
Yeah, he doesn't damage anything.
Then I personally would do it indoor, but that takes time. You gotta lock him up or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll keep him indoor.
Since it sounds like your cat likes you as well.
Kind of. 你知道你死了，猫吃你的 body， 你的身体。
Okay. Okay. That was really random, but okay.
It's true.
Don't need that anymore. Okay. Now we just need this here, and finally this here. Okay, so I imported everything to title state. Now all I need to do is to create myself a sprite handler. Oh, sorry, state manager. New state manager. Final state manager.
Damn, I just felt a flea on my neck. That was weird.
Oh. And so now yeah, that sounds like you have. What do you always have this much ticks and fleas?
No, this is the first time.
Did you recently get your cat or something?
No, but it's just this area, I guess.
Did you move?
Yeah, I moved here and then this is the first time he's been an outdoor cat for like ever since I got him, but
And I guess moving him.
I guess California is just very flea prone.
Yeah. Okay, so we created a state manager.
Alright.
So now we need to state manager dot push state. In fact, I actually need a title state. New title state.
Do you think my brain and my body could be controlled by fleas right now?
No.
Because at night they can crawl up your nose and then control your brain, right?
No, I don't think so. Okay, so we're gonna create a state. We're gonna push it. That's called the title state. So whenever we render, we're gonna do state manager dot draw. I'm going to pass it the GDX object. Is it not the GDX? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the GDX. Huh. Weird. Oh, it's a static class, which means I don't need it. Yeah, I don't need it. Cool. Makes it simpler for me. So copy and paste this here. This here. And then this here. There we go. Okay. So if everything goes well, what should happen is absolutely nothing. So what I'm trying to it should look the same as before, if that makes any sense. Did I not add a resize function? Width slash height. And then pause. State manager dot resume. State manager dot exit. No. Dot quit. State manager dot actually make there we go. All right.
My fellow Americans,
If this works, we're done. If it doesn't work, I don't know what. Alright. Do you want me to explain this humongous thing that I just did?
States you just created methods in your functions, right? In your class, in your draw class, in your is running function, your push state function. You created state manager class, imported java.linklist, and I'm not sure what else besides your functions.
So, notice how the MGA class became a little bit less crowded with obscure
Seriously, what is
stuff.
this?
So I basically moved all my create into my title state. So in fact, I'm gonna run this, see if it actually works.
What kind of difference would state and state manager make on the run?
What kind of difference will state and state manager
Nothing, right?
No. The only thing is I'm changing the logic of the code into a different file. But now this logic is modular. So I could call this multiple times and it should work. Anyways, there is an error. Let me check.
But on the user end, there's no difference in interface or functionality, right?
No. But for us, it's going to be much simpler. And once I implemented this, our project can increase speed.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want one of my cat's ears?
What?
How will that be served?
You can sell it to a cat ear collector.
By the fully closing.
Dude, he needs to go to bed. Coconut. You need to go to your own bed.
Do cats actually have a time they need to sleep?
Actually, this new schedule is very dynamic.
Okay. Fixing some runtime issues.
Oh, his butthole smells horrible.
Why would you smell it?
I didn't. I was just blowing air next to it and then it came off.
Oh. Alright. You should wash it. Okay. Push state, start managers, push state. In fact, I'm gonna put it in config. Right here.
Isn't that crazy though? That's a lot, man.
Default underscore state.
Damn, the design of this Ultrabook is really good.
Why?
The Lenovo X1 Carbon.
Why is it really good?
Because the edges and the corners of the laptop,
Mm-hmm.
there's like, it's like not hardware, it's just like the frame. So even if you like sit on the edge, you're not damaging any of the hardware behind it, only the frame, the casing.
I see. Okay. Draw. Now I feel like I have fleas all over me. Thanks,
This
Frank.
is the kind of perspective that seems very similar to me, but I don't understand why this perspective is useful.
Because you have variables here, so that if let's say I'm debugging the code, so right now I have some errors that I want to check out. Let's see, thread exception, logic title state, draw. So I can pause here. And then going to debug, and it should stop around that time. And then see here, they have variables that I could look at. And then here I have all the threads. In fact, we could check out how libgdx works with its thread. So it's gonna draw. So it calls get first draw. It's going to draw the actual thing, and it's gonna give me a runtime exception. So what is our lovely runtime?
Wait, what does this class do?
No pointer. What?
What does this class do? The one you just had open.
That's within libgdx. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, okay. That's just something that you don't mess with.
Yeah. Okay, so it seems I have a null pointer exception, which means something is not clearly defined. So let's see. Maybe it's within our batch object? No. Image. Ah. No, that's not it either. Let's continue debugging, see what is actually causing the null pointer. Check. Let's step over. Oh, so it is actually the batch object. Here. See if this is actually called. No, it is not called. There's your problem. Sprite handler, state manager. So we're not trying to multi-thread, right?
Multi-thread?
Yeah.
All.
Okay.
I just read a Google thing about it, and then I forgot what it is.
That's fine. So basically, multi-threading is having multiple tasks running at the same time.
Within the program?
Yep, there we go. It works. And I can...
Oh. Yeah, I know what this means.
Okay. So...
It's kind of like overcomplicating it. when you
It
call
is.
them
It's a very like, they don't teach this stuff much. Like, especially for Java, even though Java has a good support for multi-threading. They don't teach that stuff in like intermediate and advanced courses in schools. I don't know why, but
It's because it's just a simple concept, but with a complicated.
nah. The idea works, but the thing is, like when you actually try to design around that is a pain to do. Anyways, I just finished it. Because when you have multiple threads, what you need to also make sure is you don't have two objects accessing the same one object being accessed twice at the same time, because if it's not thread safe, it's gonna give you an error. So stuff like that. So you have to lock it, you have to do a lot of different processes. That's why I was asking, as our current design we will have to be careful.
I thought Java already had built-in like functions to prevent that from happening.
Yes, but you have to design it from your program from the ground up to have that idea of multi-threading. So in this case, our program is right now is fine. For especially multi-threading, there really isn't anything we have to watch out for. And since we're putting it up to Android, we really don't need that multi-threading power. So the only time multi-threading would probably help us is if we're doing AI or any long computational stuff. Then maybe we want to throw in 2 threads when we want to compute Android's AI stuff. Otherwise, there would be no point in our project. So, anyways, I finished it. What it does is there's a state manager. State manager has multiple functions that you can call, and states contain a lot of state managers contain a lot of states. Each state has its unique function. The function has startup, draw, update, resize, pause, resume, cleanup. And within the state class, there's also internal references to the texture, sprite, and sound handlers. And how we obtain these texture, sprite, and sound handlers is within our game, which I call the game class. In this case, called MGA. MGA contains or creates these 4 objects: state manager, texture manager, sprite handler, and sound handler. It initiates each one, and then it pushes the first default state. Now the first default state, once it's pushed, in this case the first default state is title state. Once it's pushed, it will run the startup function. What the startup does is it essentially is the first function that is called whenever the state is pushed, and soon afterwards draw is then called. The draw function essentially is basically whenever your frame wants to draw stuff up to the screen. And so state manager, you just call draw, and then draw will then call whatever is the first state and draw. Like that.
So can you push this sometime this week, and then I'll look at it, and then I'll do some research on game dev, mobile game, instead of just reading this Java book.
I recommend that you start working on the player class.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to incorporate themes like the state manager, state, etc. with the player class.
You don't need that in the player class.
Really? I thought the player class has to return the state of the player back to the state manager. Or something.
No, definitely not. This type of coding is more engine level, so you don't have to get too gimmicky on this. You'll be basically working with the states. So as long as you understand these functions, you should be fine, as you only look up to this point. Everything within basically the game engine package that I just created will basically be hidden from you.
Okay.
So you don't really
just
need to look at
created
that.
the back end.
Yeah.
Well, the
And-
back end of this game at least.
Yeah, and I also created the config class that every game must have.
Okay. So player class is completely front end.
Player
I mean,
class is completely logic. Yeah, notice how the package here is called logic.
I thought engine is the same thing as logic.
If you look at the thing, it's sort of logic has its own box. It uses engine, so it's kind of on top of the engine. So that's what we're able to specifically say that portion is for logic. And that's why also config is located in logic. I could technically put it back into game engine, which is fine as well, but since people might want to edit the config file, I'll put it here. Now this class has potential, as we could later on maybe read or parse a text file instead of hard coding it into the code. But for this project and just for time's sakes, I'm just hard coding in the addresses.
Okay.
So if you want to like change the sound, you could change these config files. So you have the default sound file. You could change it into whatever you want. So you could start playing like dubstep or whatever.
I see.
Yeah. Julio. So I'm gonna push it right now. So I guess you could also look how you could push stuff if you want.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I
right
need to
click,
pay attention to this part.
right click, git bash. Now in order to push, we're gonna first add all the files that we want to push up to the cloud. So we're gonna do git add -- all. Now what that does is it says add all the files that have changed since the previous version. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to git status, which will tell me what actual files have been added. In this case, we modified the git ignore. There's a new file. All this lovely stuff. Now I see one that we don't really need, which is the XML files. What I'm going to do is I'm going to git actually no, we're going to keep that XML file. And so we have our git ignore set up so that it's going to ignore the build bin settings. You don't need to worry too much about this part, as I kind of set it up to already match our project.
Okay.
Now once we do the git add -- all, everything looks okay. I'm going to here, ignore this part. I'm going to git commit, and what commit does is it kind of wraps everything up in a nice neat little package, I guess you can say that. And so we're able to wrap everything up so we could ship it off to the server. And at the same time, Git will save it locally so that we could pull up this package later on if we need to. If, let's say, I accidentally deleted my entire folder and I can't have anything back, then I will call Git and then tell Git that I want that specific commit, and it'll give it to me. So first off, I need to type in the message. So this is slightly different than the commit that I did earlier. I did commit -m, which is a shortcut to say git commit it, and here is the message that I want. Now if I do just git commit, what it'll do is open up Vim. If you use Linux, you'll probably know what Vim is. And so it'll show me all the files that will be committed, and it'll show what files are modified, which files are deleted, which files are renamed, etc, etc. And then on top there's going to be the message itself. So I'm going to type in added state manager and state class. So that's the first thing I want to mention. Second, reorganized code into engine and logic packages. There we go. Now, luckily for us, I think this is actually something we could merge into master, so I'm gonna show that as well. So reorganize code into engine and logic packages. The code is now ready to be used in logic related branches. Yeah, in fact, I'm not gonna pull it to master. I'm gonna go to logic. So once I'm done, I am going to exe : write quit. And now that I've written the files, I could push origin, which is the name of our remote. The branch that I want to push, the branch that I want to get, and the branch that I want to push to the server. So in this case, git push origin engine to engine. So now I enter my GitHub and password, and it should upload in. So success, source code is now online. If you check the GitHub website here, you will notice, hey, less than a minute ago we pushed a new stuff, And if you look at the source, in fact, yes, indeed, we have all the updated changes. Now, with this, I am also going to push it into a new branch, and I'll call that engine, logic. And so, this branch will be used by mainly you, Frank, since you're working on the logic portion. And since I just added the state manager, you should be able to start working from the title state. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so from now on, what you can do is you can clone the logic branch, work from it, and then whenever you want, you could push a new branch, call it player branch. That starts from logic. Right? There we go.
Wait, you're uploading this stream at YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And so now, if we look into our source, you will see there is a logic branch as well. Logic branch right now is completely same to the engine branch, but hopefully, eventually, you will be able to update the logic branch so that it will have its own unique stuff. That makes sense?
Yeah. I'll look over at the YouTube video of the pushing part
Okay.
on YouTube later.
That may take some time though.
I mean, like,
the
just a
changing.
different, you know.
I'll continue to think whether or not we need this logic branch as our project goes along. If we don't need it, we could either merge it or we could kill it altogether. But the logic branch is there if you want to try some stuff with what I've done today.
Okay.
Julio. Alright. That being said, I think that wraps it up for today. Time to get some sleep, some sustenance, and get ready for classes
Yeah,
tomorrow.
我还有英文作业。
What?
我还有英文作业。
You still have English? Good luck with that.
对。
Okay. Well, I'm all finished with my English classes, so I'm good. I've been through it. Don't want to go through that again. Good luck.
One Charles, one.
What?
One.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you still have like Chinese homework or something?
One means night.
Oh. One.
One.
I thought you were saying like bo one. Anyways, let me end the stream first since.
Okay.
Okay. Goodbye, stream. It was fun this week. Tiring but fun.